Alright, well, I don't think any of us saw this coming, or the fact that I'd be back for this, but yet, here we are. So, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Joe Tonello. I used to run, well, technically, I still run Total Justice Gaming. But at one point, it was one of the major outsources for UFS, or Universes as it's now called. I stepped away from the game for a good long time. Um, Back, kind of, kind of. Popping in to make, I'll pop in every now and then to make a deck profile because that was my favorite thing. Um, we're going to start off with the only character that actually really interested me in My Hero Academia. As I've grown older in age, I find myself wanting to build very certain things as opposed to very broad amount of things. And the only character that really piqued my interest was Jiro. So we will move down the list like I used to. Some of you will remember this format. Some of you will be new to this format. I will go down the list, read everything, and give my thoughts and my reasons for them being in the deck. First and foremost, this is a 60 card deck. I truly believe that my hero decks should be 60 cards. It gives you more room, more creativity, and gives just a better, more familiar rhythm of building decks for UFS slash universes. That's going to take me a bit to remember. So, Jiro, 6 hand size, 27 health. Air, all good. We are going to be building her off of air. I think that is her strongest symbol. Enhance once per turn. Look at the top two cards of both players' decks. Replace them in any order. So you get to scry two and replace them in any order. This can potentially fix checks, lets you see what's coming, or screw your opponent's checks over when you're going to attack, or when they are attempting combo builds. Very, very helpful. Her first response is after you play a charge attack, this gets +1 damage for each card in your card pool. We'll be relying very heavily on that. Her second response is after you play a weapon attack, it gets +1 speed for each card in your card pool. We will not be relying on that. I like her. I like 6 hand size characters. They're about mid range. Jiro's got pretty decent health for 27 health. That's a bit on the larger side. I would think it used to be a bit on the larger side for 6 hand sizers. I don't know if that's normal now or not. I've been away from the game for a bit. Moving right along, her asset. We're going to be running 3 of these because they're unique. Uh, Earphone jack. It's a 1 difficulty 5 check with a +1 high block. Unique and a weapon. Uh, so we after you play a weapon attack. Okay, so never mind. Response after you play an attack, discard the top card of your rival's deck. If the attack you played is a charge attack, it gets +1 speed. So we can look at the opponent's deck via Jiro with the enhance. After you play an attack, we can pitch the top card of the opponent's deck. We get +1 speed, meaning we're going to fairly be consistently getting speeds around 4 to 5, which is good. We can also just mill the top card of the opponent's deck. That could screw over their checks, which we're going to screw over even further using Jiro herself. And her second response is response commit after your opponent attack deals damage, ready 1 foundation, which has not been ready this turn. This lets us build restand resources to block further into the game as the game goes along. Attacks. I am running 18 attacks. We are running 4 copies of Amplified Sound Blast, which is 4 difficulty 3 check, +3 mid block, 4 low 4. Charge and flash. This is going to be a charge-centered build, so almost all the attacks have charge. This attack is added to your momentum, be that via effect or via end result of dealing damage, goes face up. Enhance from the momentum, flip it. Your next charge attack or weapon attack gets -2 difficulty this turn. Very important. We want to get as many of these, play as many of them as we want, because having a 4 low 4 flash attack is actually really good. But the key is to get as many of these as we can in our momentum. It also has a deadlock response, meaning your opponent has to be at 10 foundations or greater. After you play this attack, draw 2 cards. If we play it, we get more cards in our hand, meaning more advantage. Next card we are running 4 of is Zero Gravity Lift. This is a 5 difficulty plus 3 high block, 3 high for 6, 3 check, charge and throw. Much like the rest of the attacks in this thing, it's going to have the printed text of if this attack is added to your momentum, add it face up. It has an enhance from momentum, remove from the game. After your attack resolves, add it to your momentum. So this clears our card pool, lets us play more attacks, be more aggressive. We just got to get into the card pool. Already, this is going to hit real hard. With Earphone Jack, this is 4 high for 6, and with Jiro, depending on where we play it and how we play it, this can just be a gigantic toss. Moving over down more, we have Specialized Sound Wave, which is a 3 difficulty 2 check. Plus 1 mid block, 4 high for 3. Charge, flash, ranged. Response, after you play this card, draw 1 card. Great response. Also, its second response, discard, remove 1 momentum. After you played this attack, add 2 cards from either the opponent's discard pile, from either player's discard pile to the top of their deck in any order. So we can stack our deck in our favor. We can draw more cards that way. Any way we want to play it. We're only running this at a 3 of because it is a 2 check. That is the only reason I am not maxing this out. I really dislike 2 checks, but this card is so good. It needs to be in there and be accessible. We are running 4 copies of Electric Jolt. This is a 4 difficulty 3 check, plus 2 high block, 3 mid for 4. It's got charge, EX plus 2, which is powerful, but for speed. So every momentum you can discard for its EX, it'll get plus 2 speed. Stun 1. It's got our standard effect of it goes to amendment, it's going face up. Enhance from the momentum, you can flip it and commit one rival foundation, meaning you can target what foundation you want to commit. It also has the enhance of, even if it's completely blocked, it still deals 1 damage during the enhanced stuff. So this guarantees no matter what, it's going into momentum via effect or via attack, unless the opponent has another ability that says you can't deal damage, period. And finally, running out, we're running 3 copies of Blitz Rush, 6 difficulty 3 check, plus 1 mid block, 4 high for 7. Charge, stun 1. Enhance, this attack gets plus 2 damage. For each card in your momentum, we are going to be getting momentum like you would not believe. We can also play this for much more reduced difficulty because of Amplified Sound Blast. So really look at it more as a 4. Possibly, it can still be a printed 6 because we would be playing this probably at the plus 2 spot in the card pool, maybe. So rather than for difficulty of 8, it would be for a difficulty of 6, depending if situations roll out as we like them. We also have the Deadlock Enhance of your rival commits 1 foundation for each card in your momentum. That is gigantic and guaranteeing this thing to hit. Much like everything else, this can come in for quite a bit because of Jiro's ability. Get plus 1 for each card in the card pool. So if we play this at the second spot, at the plus 2 spot, this comes in at already for 0, 1, 2 for 10, 4 high for 10. Then on top of with its enhanced, an astronomical amount of damage. Moving into the foundations, we have a requesting assistance is a 0 difficulty 5 check, plus 2 mid block, enhance flip if you have 1 or more momentum. Ready 1 foundation that has not been ready this combat phase. Lets us ready resources to be able to prolong our attack strings. We are running 4 copies of Destined for Mainstream Success, which is a plus 1, which is a 1 difficulty 5 check, plus 2 mid block. Enhance flip, name a card, then reveal the top card of your deck. If the card matches the name type, add it to your hand. We will always hit this because we have Jiro's ability. We have 4 copies of Infinite Potential, which is 1 difficulty 5 plus 1 high block. It's a response flip after your opponent, after your rival, gotta say rival now, plays an attack, changes zone to high. We want to be able to do this constantly because we have a large amount of high blocks in the deck, and this makes sure that we hit block on zone to completely block the damage. We have Observant Student, 1 difficulty, 5 check, plus 1 low block. Enhanced Flip, look at the top card of your deck. More ability to look at see what we got going on. If we want to mill it, if we need to fix it by Jiro or not. It's also got a Deadlock Enhance of Commit. If an attack has left your card pool this turn, add 1 ranged attack from your discard pile to your hand. I think I'm really only putting this in here for the +1 mid block. Also for more resource fodder, so we can commit stuff that says enhance commit. 1 foundation or stuff like that, we can tap this. We don't really only have specialized sound waves as our ranged attack. So we can pick that back up if we do other tricks. But mostly we're going to be using this as either a block or as a way to look at the top card of the deck to see if we need to use Jiro to finagle the top cards of the deck to prolong attack strings or build foundations easier. Running 4 copies of Charged Up, 2 difficulty 5 check, plus 3 high block. Response, remove. After your charge or stun attack deals damage, add 1 card from your discard pile to your momentum. This is how we can get Amplified Sound Blast for the discard pile into your momentum face up to lower difficulty to prolong attack strings. We're running 4 copies of Short Circuit, 2 difficulty 5 check, plus 3 low block. Enhance, return 1 non-charge attack. Or excuse me, I am so sorry, I'm reading that entirely wrong. Enhance, destroy, return this non-charge attack back to its permanent damage. So if they plus ultra you, and it's not a charge attack, you just pop this, goes back to permanent value. We are running, of course, 4 copies of Plugin because this is from Jiro's kit. 2 difficulty 5 check plus 2 high block. Response, flip. After a card is committed to one of your rival's effects, draw 1 card playable while committed. So we can just draw off the opponent playing stun, which is very, very good. We also have Enhanced Flip. Look at either player's deck, top card of the either player's deck. You may discard it. We can potentially screw over opponent's turn with this card, or we can, well, actually, that's all it's there for. We're going to try and screw over the opponent's turn with this card. Specialist of Sound, again, Jiro's kit, so we're going to be running it. 2 difficulty 5 plus 3 low block. Response, after you check this card, reveal the top card of your deck. So after we check it, we can see if we can keep going, or if we just need to wrap up the turn, or if we need to use Jiro's ability to continue to screw with our deck to make it more prolong either building or attacking. We also have Response Commit. After attack is played, it gets -3 speed. These are just standard speed debuff. They can definitely buff it back up, but they're going to have to start at a much lower rate than what they were going to. So it's worth it in there. We're going to be running 2 copies of Wall Cling. 2 difficulty 4 check plus 3 high block. Enhanced Flip. If this attack is blocked, it deals no damage. I am still trying to figure out if I want this at a 4 of, or if I want this at a 2 of. More than likely, I'm going to want it as a 4 of because this is just a, if it's blocked, it doesn't say if it has to be on zone or not. It just flat out says if it's blocked, it deals no damage. More than likely, I'm going to be bumping up this to a 4, but for right now, I'm going to keep it at a 2. But like I said, more than likely, this will go up to a 4 of. Moving right along, we got 2 copies of Rescue Completed. This is a 3 difficulty 5 check plus 2 low block. Enhance, destroy, ready to face down foundations that have not been ready this turn. Again, we're readying more foundations for more resources on the defensive turn. That way we can live. Also enhance, commit one foundation. As I said before, we have other foundations that we can commit for it and still play abilities on them. That's why they're there. This attack gets +1 or -2 speed, so we get either a small speed buff or a decent speed debuff. And then finally running 3 copies of Elite, or I'm sorry, not Elite, Release. It is really late, guys, when I'm recording this. My apologies. 0 difficulty 4 check, +2 high block. Enhance, destroy 1 foundation. Your check gets 2 block, gets +2 for this attack. I read that incredibly out of order. English is very hard at 1 in the morning. We're running this in there because, much like Wall Cling, this is a defensive option to make things easier to defend against. This is another 4 check, so I'm kind of in that weary spot. I may actually make this the 2 of and make Wall Cling the 3 of. I may bounce back and forth. Who knows? Moving over into our sideboard, we have a 10-card sideboard. We have 0 gravity capture. I like this card because it gives a momentum enhance. So we'll run down the stuff. I'm getting ahead of myself. 3 difficulty 3, +2 low block, 0 high for 4. Still charge, still add, if it goes to your momentum, add it face up. It's got a momentum enhance of flip. This attack gets +3 damage, so we can buff any of our attacks on top of Jiro's damage buff already, makes something absolutely huge. We also have Deadlock Enhance, add 1 momentum to your hand. So that means we can pull something we flipped for its effect back to the hand to play it again. We are running also in the sideboard 3 copies of Meteor Shower. This is just going to replace Blitz Rush for an alternate win condition. It's 4 difficulty 3, 4 high for 5, +3 mid block. Of course, like everything else, it is, if it goes to momentum, it goes face up. This also gives us another target for that ranged enhance that lets us get ranged stuff back. It also has enhanced discard of momentum. Add 1 copy of Meteor Shower from your discard pile to your momentum. And then its second enhance is enhance for momentum. Discard a card, add this card to your hand. So we can keep picking it up and pick up at least 2 copies, stick it on momentum, and continuously play them. If we have amplified sound wave, then we're going to be able to play this at much lower difficulty, meaning we can get a huge string of stuff going. For foundations, I put in 2 copies of Wealthy Aspirations. It's a 2 difficulty 5, +1 low block. It's unique, so that's the other reason I only added 2 copies of it. Enhance, remove, look at your momentum and turn one of them face up, so that lets us reuse a momentum ability. Really, really good. I just don't know if it's going to be going in the deck or not, depending on how much we use the momentum abilities. Response flip. After a card is added to your momentum, add the top card of your deck to your momentum. So this is just more fuel for fire for momentum. This goes really well with Blitz Rush. I probably actually should put this in the main deck. And then finally, we got 2 copies of Shock Treatment, which is 2 difficulty 5, +2 mid block. Enhance. It's also unique, which is why I stuck it in there. Enhance your attack, discard momentum, commit a rival foundation. So targeted committal, always good. Also enhance, destroy, commit 1 rival foundation. So another way to target committal for targeted committal. So, running down the stats, see from the graphs, we have a fair amount of difficulty spread everywhere. We have a good decent of 1s and 2s. 7's not that great. Block zones, we have 28 highs, which goes in with one of our abilities before. 14 low blocks, pretty good. 18 mid blocks, that's about standard. Attack zones, we're mostly going to be running high. We got 4 mids, 4 lows, but we're going to be running a lot of high attacks. Our block modifiers, we got 21 plus 2s, 22 plus 3s, and 17 plus 1 blocks. All around good. Unfortunately, we do not have any +0 blocks. That's fine. Damage spread is pretty good. We got some 3 damage, some 7 damage, some 6 damage, and 8 4 damage attacks. Also good. We got speed. We're about fine. All these damage values are going to be greatly increased because of Jiro. Speed bonus is going to be where they're at unless we do the small buffs here and there by earphone jack or rescue completed. I believe it's rescue completed. Yes, rescue completed. Other than that, this is the deck. I hope you guys like this. I've not done this in quite some time. First hand looks pretty good, actually. We can go 2, 2, 2, 3, and keep 2 attacks in hand, and then build up 4 cards for the next turn. Also, Rochester, thanks guys for making this. That's really helped, and it's been fun looking back at this, trying to look back at what I missed. Maybe going forward I'll do some more stuff, but guys, I've been Joe. This is Total Justice Gaming. I'll see you later.